All right, y'all. So I just wanted to give you a little preface to this video that's about to drop. Jason and I built a laundry room folding table because, as you can see, he is in the background folding clothes. I wash, he folds. That's what works for our household. I don't want to hear about it. It is what it is. So, the laundry room is kind of his space and his space to design, and we were talking about what kind of table or something he wanted in there. And we saw, well, I saw, you've probably seen it also on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook. I don't even remember where I saw it, but I will insert somewhere in here this young man, so give him his credit. A laundry table with baskets that kind of slide in like drawers. And I was like, oh, that would be cool. So I kind of studied the picture for a while and I was like, we could do this. So that is how the table was born. So yeah, hope you enjoy. All right, y'all. It's the new year. So I told y'all I was gonna keep up. I told y'all I was gonna do better this year. So I'm gonna do better this year. It is the first of the year. Excuse the noise in the background. The kids are playing video games. I am building Jason a folding table for the laundry room. But wait a minute. Before we get into that, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Lady DG. If you are new to this channel, please like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I make a video. If you are not new, welcome back. Right now, I'm making a folding table for Jason. I have cut some wood, some 1x4s to 24 and a quarter inches and 39 inches. And what I am doing is right now just building boxes. I will insert the picture here of what I'm doing. And it'll be easy. It's a quick, simple, easy one. It'll have 3 baskets. It's super cute, super simple. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. So right now I am just creating the holes in the boards for the screws. So I'm going to show you the bits that I use, measuring the heads because I kind of want the screw heads to be recessed. So I use that spade to open the hole at the top just a little bit. I'll show you in a minute, I believe. Yeah, I'm just measuring and measuring. It's like I wasn't trying to make it too big because it's only lost my spade bit. Interesting. Tighten that back up. But it just creates a larger hole at the very top where the head of the screw is going to sit. I wanted it to sit kind of down in the wood, not necessarily sticking out above the wood, if that makes sense. So I'm taking that one out now. And I am using, okay, so that is the drill bit that I use to make my pilot holes. And I was showing you that this is the spade that I'm using. It's a 3/8 to make that hole bigger. And then just using a regular Phillips head screwdriver for the screws. And right there, I was just showing you guys what the holes look like. Now I'm showing you that Phillips head screwdriver. So that's pretty much what I went and did for all of the 24 1/4 inch pieces that I had cut. And I probably should have done that for each of the 24 inch pieces, but I was kind of doing them one at a time just to make sure that they fit with that 39 inch piece best. I'm so sorry that this is out of frame, and I think I switch it, or I try to change it for you guys to kind of show you a better angle. Hold on, give me a sec. All right, so here's a better angle. I kind of lowered it. So you can see I'm just taking, like I said, that 24 1/4 inch and then screwing it into that 39 inch board and creating an L. So I'm actually going to do this for, let me see. I made 4 boxes, 4 times 2, 2 L's made a box. So I did this 8 times. Yeah, I did this 8 times with each 24 1/4 inch board and 39 inch board to make a L. And then I put the 2 L's together. Here's a little bit better angle because that makes more sense, right? And so just screw the top one into the bottom one. I'm struggling. I should have stood up. I'm talking to my sister because I don't want to mess up. And she also trying to show me something on her phone, a picture. Apparently it was quite shocking. I don't even remember what it was. And if you ask why I am doing this work in my front room, it is because my garage is a hot smoking mess right now. But I wanted to get this project done. So that's why I'm in my front room. All right? Don't come for me. Don't judge me. Perfect. So 1 L down. And like I said, we are going to do that 7 more times. All right, so now you see the 2 L's are together, and I'm creating the pilot hose just to screw the 2 L's to make the box. Opening like you've seen me do before, just open that hole at the top up a little bit, change out drill bits, back to my Phillips bit, carrying on a whole conversation while I'm doing this project. Because you know, as women, we can multitask, right? It might take us a little bit to do what we're doing, but we multitasking. Yeah. So we're going to get this lined up, the 2 boards lined up, and get it screwed together. There's one. Making sure it's sturdy and in there. And then there is 2. Push it together. There you go. There we go. My sister helping out now. There we go. Bam. So now we have got 1 box complete. 2 L's make a box. I am going to do that 3 more times. All right. All right. So I'm back. There are your 4 boxes. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm pointing downward because I was trying to show you guys. All right, so I went ahead and I cut 9-inch pieces, and those are going to be the feet on the bottom that connect the 4 boxes together. So I'm going to take, Jason is going to make me some pocket holes. There you go. And I marked them with an F to let me know what side I wanted on the floor and what side I wanted facing up. So F was for floor, and that's kind of just what I'm saying. At first, this wasn't going to be a voiceover, but then I realized I was stumbling and talking. Here, you are going to see a sample piece. It is so important to do a sample piece when you're doing pocket holes, just to make sure that you're doing it right and you're doing what you need to be doing. So you, each pocket hole jig should have a stopper. You're going to set the jig to the size of the board right there. I'm trying to show you how sturdy it is. The joinery, the joint that pocket holes make is very secure. So we are going to do pocket holes for the bottom. Let me show y'all. I'm going to show y'all the boxes. All right, so here are the boxes. I have 4 boxes. And like I said, what's going to happen is, I'm just putting this here so you can see what's going to happen. We are going to take this piece. Remember, the F stands for floor. So that'll go like this. But the pocket holes will be on the bottom so that you don't see it. So this will join this and this on both sides. See? And so you do that for the bottom, and then we'll do that for the top as well. And we'll be back. All right, y'all. So Jay has created the pocket holes in the boards, and I'm going to help him. I have them in my hand, babe. I told you I would pass them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we have pocket screws, 1.5-inch pocket screws. This is a 1x4 board. So this is gonna go in this board and into the next board. All right. So I'm gonna hold these for him, and he is going to screw the pocket holes in. Don't you want to do the side I'm on?
Sure.
Okay. So you want to make sure that you line everything up. We have already done like you saw before. Ooh. All right, so we're going to speed this part of the process up. Just kind of show you guys that we screwed those 9-inch legs in between the 2 boxes to create a bigger box. I don't know how else to say it, just a bigger box. As you can see, I'm sanding. Yes, that's the other thing I did not mention. Each piece, after you cut it, just take a sanding block and sand it so that nothing sharp, nothing's going to cut anybody. Any small pieces that kind of chipped up or got chipped from the miter saw that you cut it with aren't lingering. So, and here I'm just making sure it's level, and he's going to come back and make sure the screws are in. And so we do that for both sides. And then I will show you, we did it for the bottom, and now we're going to turn it over and do it for the top. That's my sissy back there. That's what I was talking to earlier. She stayed while we were doing some of this build, and then she went home. So, yeah, we're going to do the same thing. So that's me and JG. You see, he is so silly, y'all. Y'all have no idea. He's stretching. He waiting on me. I'm cleaning out pieces so he can get his life together. He telling me pretty much I'm taking too long.
Oh, damn it.
Knocking stuff over. Hold on, y'all.
And we're back.
All right, y'all. So, here is the full box. Box. We're going to do this to the second one, but I don't have to do that on camera. Once we get that box done, we'll put the slides in, and then we'll take the boxes upstairs so that we can put the top on it. We'll be back. All right, y'all. So, hold on. Let me turn y'all around so y'all can see. Have the two boxes side by side. We will take them upstairs. We're gonna put the slats in for the baskets, and then we're gonna take the boxes upstairs. You gotta measure those out, screw them in on both sides, and then we'll take the boxes upstairs to put them together in the space. All right, y'all, this is me just showing y'all how the slats are going to go inside to be the slides for the baskets. All right, y'all, so this is what we have done. Can you see? We did 3 1-inch blocks in between each basket to get the spacing that we would like. And what I'm going to do is take my trusty pencil and just kind of make a mark right at the base of the basket lip. Right here. That's probably a better angle. Right here. So we know that the top of the board that we want to use needs to sit right there. All right, so please know that these lines are just guides. We are going to take a level, as you see here, where I made those marks. Make sure they are level, and then trace actual lines where that board is going to sit. Make sense? At least I hope this makes sense. You're going to do the same thing on both boxes, and then you're going to make sure that the distance between each line on all sides is the same. Now I'm going to double measure. I'm going to use the tape measure and just make sure that from each line to each line on both sides is the same measurement. You want to always measure 2-3 times before you do anything. All right, you guys, so this is the laundry room, and this is the spot. As you can see, both boxes are in. We now have to we did have a boo-boo, and I'll talk about that at the end, and measurements and everything at the end. We're gonna lay one of the 1x6s on top and take a measurement from here to here. It should be, if my math is mathing, it should be 54 inches across. We'll see. So my math was not mathing. It's actually going to be 51.5. I did not account for, I forgot, there's crown molding on the floor. And what we're not about to do is take that up or cut it out. So there is some space between the wall and the piece. So we're gonna cut 3 1x6x8 boards to 51.5. And there'll be an inch overhang on both sides. So 51.5 is it. So we're gonna go do that, and I'll probably show you the process of the pocket hole screws in the 3 boards, and we'll be back. All right, y'all, so we have cut our 3 1x6s. We are going to screw them into the top. These boards are not planed boards. They are not level boards. So doing the pocket holes into each other would not have worked. I mean, it would have, but it would have been funky. So, we're just gonna screw them into the wood, the top, and that's it. So this is pretty much it. At some point, I'm sure he will stain it or paint it whatever color he wants, because this is his laundry room. This is the one room I allowed him to design and do what he wants. He put the cabinet up and this little shelf and the pole. We're probably gonna wind up moving this over a little bit so that we can get another 30-inch shelf in there, because right now it's 26, I think. And then we're gonna put another shelf up there. So I will show you guys a picture at the end with the baskets in it, and once I show you that picture, I'll be going over like measurements and oopses and things we did wrong and all of that good stuff. All right, y'all, so like I said, I was giving you, so this pulls in and out. To get it out, Jason is just gonna have to like shimmy, and I'm gonna tell you why once I get it out. Let me show you. So there, that little lip right there, I would like to cut it off. Jason's like, leave it, it's not that big of a deal for him, but that is the reason it kind of hangs up when you push it in. I mean, it still goes and still fits, so you just gotta kind of like, see, push right, because it's a bendy, but once it's in, it's in. So yeah, finished product. All right, y'all, so that is the folding table for our laundry room. I told y'all in the video that I would go over all of the little hiccups and bumps and things that we came across as we were building. Measurements, it's going to differ for everyone's space. I could give you my measurements, but everybody's space is different. What I will tell you is the two boxes that we created, the long boards, the bottoms and the tops, I made 24¼ long. From the length, top to bottom, that board was 39 inches, okay? And then the legs in between the two boxes, so the legs at the bottom that connect the front and the back single box, were all 9 inches or 9.5, 9 or 9.5 inches long. For the actual rails that the basket sits on, those were a little tricky. We kind of eyeballed, and you'll see in the video, you just saw in the video, we kind of eyeballed how we wanted the baskets to sit. So we sat one on the bottom, well, we sat, 3 1x4s on the bottom, sat a bucket on top of it, and then same thing, so that we spaced them 3 1x4s apart. The actual measurements of a 1x4 is not 1 inch. Y'all,
They cheating us.
it's actually 3/4 inch. So take that and do with it what you will.
Go get your money back.
You can't go get your money back. But what I will tell you is, between the top rail and the second rail was 12¼ inch. Between the second rail and the bottom rail was 12 3/8 inch. And then from that bottom rail to the very base of the actual table was only 10 7/8 inches. So again, no real exact measurements, but you saw how it looked. There were some hiccups. Screws, just having the right screw sizes for that wood. Again, when doing measurements and trying to use screws here at home, again, without spending a whole bunch of money, we had some 1 5/8 inch screws. We had some 2-inch screws, some 1-inch screws, and then some 1.5 inch pocket screws. So to attach the 1x to 1x, whether it was the sides or anything like that, we were able to use the 1-inch screws that we had. It has a star, it's a star bit, it's a star head on those screws. And once you drill in, they kind of inset a little bit. So they went through the first board and into the second board without a problem. This may not work for you if you have different woods. I don't know. We literally went to Lowe's, got 1x4s. I got 9 1x4x8. So 1 inch thick, really 3/4, 4 inches wide and 8 foot long. I got 9 of those, and then I got 3 1x6x8s for the top to make the top of the table. The other thing I wanted to mention, I do not have a planer, so we got the straightest boards to the eye that we could find in Lowe's. With that being said, the very top it didn't line up and was not as straight as Jason would like for us to do pocket hole screws from one board into the other. Rather, we had to do just sitting it where we wanted it and then screwing it into the boxes, which still turned out really great. No problem. It's still sturdy as all get out. We did have one problem. On one of the boxes, I jacked up. So when I was putting together one of the boxes, the way that I had the 24¼ inch by 39 inch board, what I would do was create an L, then create another L, and then box them together, right? So you got an L, and then an L, and I would just box it together. I'm sorry, wrong way. But you know what I mean. There you go. I would just box the L's together like this, right? And then I screwed. Well, on one of them, when I did the box, instead of that long end being inside of this piece of the L, I did it on the outside. And so it kind of threw off the fit of the rails that hold the baskets. And I will put that picture here. So what Jason and I had to do was cut another small shim of a 1x4 to fill the gap. And it still worked, and it still fine. Nobody could tell it's on the back side of the actual folding table. I don't know that we'll be fixing it anytime soon. If something happens where something falls apart in a year or whatever time frame down the line, then maybe we'll take it apart and fix it for aesthetics. If I was building this for someone else, then of course I would fix it, but because it's in my house, and if you are looking that hard at my laundry folding table, then you deserve to see it. But if you are not paying attention, then you don't see it. Everything is all level. You've seen it in the pictures. It is right now just the raw natural wood. Jason will stain or paint it whatever color he chooses once he figures out what the design of the laundry room is going to be. I think that's about it. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Again, like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching this video.
I'm gonna put a bar in my laundry room so I can drink bourbon and watch sports while folding clothes. Yeah!
It ain't that much room in there. I'm not worried about that. Bye!